Today's makeup look is going to be very simple, very glowy, summertime, natural, no makeup, a lot of descriptive words for what I've got going on right here. It doesn't really look like I'm wearing makeup at all. If you didn't know me, I only used 10 products on the whole face and they were all drugstore. So if you'd like to see how I did this very simple, glowy, no makeup look using only drugstore products, then just keep watching. So to start out with, for this look, as always, I'm going to go in with my E.L.F. primers, the mineral infused and the purple tone adjusting, and I'm going to mix those two together and put that all over my face. Now, if on this day I don't mind being a little bit more low coverage, which I've actually been going for lately, which is not like me at all, I'll use the Flower Beauty Pore Perfect Instant Blur and Multitasking Foundation Stick. I am in the shade Porcelain, and I'll just take that foundation and draw it all over my face with it. And then blend that in. Now this foundation is extremely dewy, and as I said before, it is not very high coverage. I believe that the website says that it's medium coverage, but in my opinion it's very low coverage. But it does help a little bit with just evening out the tone of your skin. And depending on how I feel about the way that that looks, I may or may not add a little bit more in certain areas. Right now, I am dealing with some problem areas right here and a couple that haven't quite gone away yet on my forehead. So I might add a little bit more in those areas just where I need that coverage. Because this is a very buildable product. But I will say that if I was going to do the same sort of look, but I wanted to have a little bit more coverage, I would use my E.L.F. Flawless Finish foundation. It isn't as dewy as the Flower Beauty one, but out of the foundations that I have, it is the most dewy aside from this one. And also lately for this look, I have not been going for a concealer, so just using the foundation by itself for my base is all I'll do. And then, because I don't personally own a powder bronzer or anything, I do still use my NYX contour stick just to add a little bit of color to my cheeks, but not heavily. Blend that out. And now after the contour stick, I will go ahead with my Wet n Wild MegaGlo makeup stick. This is the shade When the Nude Strikes. So I will just take that straight onto my cheekbones. And also on the tip of my nose. And on my cupid's. And then blend that out. And like I said, I want this to be a little bit more of like a natural, dewy sort of feel. So I don't set anything, just so that it keeps that luminosity. And so I'm going to go ahead with my E.L.F. Lock-On Liner and Brow Cream in the shade Espresso and fill in my brows, and I will be right back. So now that my brows are on, and I should also mention that to carve them out, I use my NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer in the shade Fair. Yeah. So now the brows are on, and the next thing that I will go to is my lashes, and I will just curl those hard. And for a very, very long time. So now my lashes are pretty much straight up, and I will go in with just the slightest amount of the Maybelline Great Lash in Blackest Black and just barely hit my lashes. All that I'm using the mascara for really is to try and hold some of that curl. And now I'm going to do the same to the other eye. And I did get mascara on my lid. After that dries, I'll take care of that. So now I'm going in again with my Maybelline Great Lash. And now that the face is all done, if you would like to, you could always put on a gloss. I personally just use chapstick because in essence it does the same thing. And then just hit the face with some setting spray. I'm using the Milani Make It Last setting spray. So that is the finished face.